we're looking at our measures of center example. So we're given a data set here which shows the number of people who attended a movie theater over a period of 16 days. And we're asked to find the measures of center. And then it says that the theater's management wants to compare the attendance to that of other theaters in the area. And it asks us to determine which of the measures of center best represents the data. So first things first, let's go through the measures of center. And remember, that's going to be the mean, the median, and the mode. To find the mean, we need to add up all the values, then we divide by the number of values. So let's go ahead and add up these values. I have my calculator pulled up. Add it all up, I get 2,084, and I need to divide that by the number of values, which is 16. So 2,084 divided by 16 gives me 130.25. So that's our average, that's our mean. And now we'll talk about the median. So the median is our middle number. So the first thing we need to do when we're looking for the median is to put the numbers in order, from least to greatest or greatest to least. Now that I have my numbers in order, I'm going to find the middle number. And I do that by starting at the outside, starting at the lowest and the highest, and working my way in. So I'm going to just cross off until I find my way to the middle. Aha. So what I end up with is two numbers right in the middle, and that's because I have an even number of values. My two middle numbers are 121 and 123. And what I need to do is I need to find the middle number between those. So the right in between 121 and 123 is 122, which is my median. So 122 is my median. And then finally the mode. So the mode is going to be the most commonly occurring value. And we can see in our list of values, and I could tell when I wrote them in order, that 121 was the most commonly occurring value. So 121 is our mode. So we just found our three measures of center, and now it's up to us to determine what is the best way to summarize the data. And something to consider when taking a look at the data is something that we call outliers. Outliers. And I'm going to go ahead and circle a couple of the outliers from this data set. I want to see if you can guess what the outlier, what that means to be an outlier. So go ahead and answer that. What do you think it means to be an outlier in a data set? So what an outlier is a data point that's really far outside of most of the other data points. So it kind of says it in the name, right? The outliers lie outside of the typical range. And what happens is when we have outliers is they really affect our average. So when we look at this, we can see how those outliers affected our mean. So we had a mode of 121. That's the most commonly occurring amount of people in a movie. And then the median was 122. So those are pretty close together, right? 121, 122. But 130, that's a little bit higher up, right? So that's maybe a deceptive data point because, again, the mean is really affected by values that are outside of the typical range. So those higher numbers that might have come from like an opening of a movie or something like that, or even just like a fluke day, can really drive up the average. And so I think in this case, the median or the mode would be the best way to represent the data. So what I'd like you to do is answer this yourself, answer this part B yourself, and let me know what you think. What is the best summarizing number to represent the data?